Today we are like to invite our teacher named Ma'am Khadija Kubra. So, ma'am, are you ready? Ma'am Kubra, are you ready for the class?
Yes, yes, I'm ready for the class. Just give me a second to share my screen.
Okay.
Am I audible to you?
Yes, ma'am, you are
Yes,
audible.
ma'am.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My today's lecture is about preposition and vocabulary. So our tonight's class objective is after this class you will be able to use prepositions like in.
एक्सक्यूज मी मैडम.
Ma'am,
मैडम आपकी आवाज़ जो है ना वो डबल डबल आ रही है.
एक मिनट.
जी मैडम, आप मौजूद है या नहीं?
अब मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
आपकी आवाज़ उस वक्त भी आ रही थी लेकिन सिर्फ वो डबल डबल आ रही थी.
अब ठीक है?
वॉइस में थोड़ी डिस्टॉर्शन थी. जी जी, आप ठीक है.
ओके. So in tonight's class, after this class, you will be able to use prepositions like in, on, under, behind. You can make simple sentences using preposition. What is preposition of time? Preposition of places. So first, what is a preposition? A preposition tells us where or when something is. It shows position or direction. Example, in, on, next to, between. Preposition tell us where someone or something is. ठीक है, तो इसके बारे में आज हम पढ़ेंगे. Preposition of time. We have two type of preposition. One is preposition of time and the another one is preposition of places. The first one is preposition of time. These preposition tell us when some things happen. Then we have further types of preposition of time. In, on, at. The first one is in. In we use when You talk about general period of time when you don't know the definite time or when exact something happens. So you use in. In the future, I would like to get married. I had no idea when I will get married after 1 year or 3 years. So I use in the future. I would like to get married. In the past, I studied hard at school. The second, you can use in for individually with heirs or group of heirs. In 1994, I was born. 1994 is individual heir, so I use in. But with group of heir, you can also use in. I was born in the 90s. Now, 90s is not exact or definite heir. You can say it can be 1994, 1998, or anything. The third use is seasons. We can use in with season. In summer, I love to eat mangoes. In winter, I like to enjoy snowfalls. The fourth one use month and weeks. Example, in June, I will be 27. She will join the class in a few weeks. The fifth one is part of days. Example, part of days means 1 day part. Like in a day, we have morning, noon, afternoon, evening. That part I am talking about. In the evening, I like to relax and play board games. In the morning, I like to go for a walk or do exercise. The second preposition of time is on. On is much more specific than in, but not quite as specific as at. On is not general or not specific. So on we use with dates. Example, on the 10th June 1994, I was born. School will reopen on 11th August 2025. You can also use on with holidays with day. When you are mentioning a holiday and you use day, so you will use on with it. On Iqbal's day, school will remain closed. On Christmas Day, on Independence Day, the third one example is days of the week. Example, on Monday's evening, on Saturday night. The fourth is days of the month. Days of the month mean on the 4th of July, on the first day of September, or you can say on the fifth day of September or fifth day of October. The third is at. At is the most specific preposition with us. At we can use for those time that we know or exact confirm to you. Specific time, the class will start at 9 p.m. You all know that class will start at 9 p.m. usually, so you can use at with this. He will join us at lunchtime. Holidays without day. In on, we use holidays with day, we use on, but holidays without day, we use at. At Christmas, I like to spend time with my families. If I say on Christmas Day, I like to spend time with my family.
जी मैडम आप आई थिंक आपके नेट में इशू आया है क्या ऐसा है मैडम
सॉरी इधर थोड़ा सा वो नेटवर्क इशू है लाइट गई हुई है ना तो इस वजह से
नो इशू। और जिनकी भी क्वेश्चन हो ना तो वो द एंड एट द एंड ऑफ द सेशन किया करे, ठीक है जी, थैंक यू।
ओके preposition ऑफ टाइम हमने पढ़ लिया अब हमारे पास सेकंड वन इज है preposition of place or position. These prepositions tell us where something or someone is. In previous, we learned about when something happened, and this one we will learn about where someone and something is. So we have various kind of preposition of places: in, on, between, in front of, above, under, next to, near. The use of these preposition is in we use when something is inside of another thing. The sentence you will also make sentences at the end. The book is in the bag. The book is in the bag. Book is in the bag, so we use in because the book is inside the bag. The second one is on. On we use when one thing is touching the surface of another thing. The pen is on the table. The pen is on the table. Why? Because the pen is touching the surface of the table. That's why we say the pen is on the table. The third one is between. Between we use when one thing is in the middle of two other things. The ball is between the boxes. In front of mean facing. When you are facing something, so you use in front of. The car is in front of the house. Now you all are using your mobile phone, so you can say my phone is in front of me. Why? Because you are facing your phone to see my presentation or lecture. The another one is above. Above we use when something is in higher position of another thing. The picture is above the door. The picture is above the door and it's not touching the door. So will use above. Under. Under we use when one thing is lower the position of another thing. The cat is under the chair. Next to. Next to and you can use beside instead of next to, and we use next to when two things are close with each other without space.
आई थिंक अजान है तो हम सब वेट कर लेते हैं उनकी, वो माइक में अजान आ रही थी आवाज़ उसकी, तो वी कैन वेट फॉर 1 मिनट।
So we were talking about next to. Next to we use when one thing is close with another thing with no space. The shop is next to the mosque. We use next to because the shop is attached with the mosque wall. So we use next to if we have a house between shop and mosque, so we will use near. So next to means when one thing is attached with another thing with no space. It can also be living thing or non-living thing. Near close but have a little space. Near we use when two things are close with each other but they have a little space. The school is near the park. The school is near the park but they both are not attached with each other. The last one is behind. Behind you use when something is at your back. The boy is behind the door. The ball is behind the box. The cat is behind the table. Preposition of places. This is the picture of preposition of place. In the ball is inside the box, so we use in. The ball is on the surface of the box, so we use on. In the third one picture, the ball is under the box. In fourth one, next to. The ball is attached with the box, so we use next to. Behind, the ball is behind the box. In front of, the ball is in front of the box. Between, the ball is between two boxes, so we use between. In, on, at, uses in place or position. We talk about in, on, at uses in time, preposition of time, but this both are little bit different from each other. In, you can use with countries, cities, or enclosed spaces or books and newspaper. In countries, you can use it like he is in England, she is in Africa. Cities, I stayed in Islamabad for 2 days. I stayed in Murray for 3 weeks. And closed spaces, we have those spaces which you have to crouch down yourself to get into something. Like in a taxi or in a car, when you are getting to a car, you have to crouch down yourself. Means you have to bend down yourself. In a classroom, in a library, she's in a classroom, she's in a library. You can say, and you can also use it with books and newspaper. On the first you can use on with streets or roads. On Gulbahar Road, on Fleet Street. Why we use on with road and street? Because like the British Institute is on the Gulbahar Road. The British Institute is on the Gulbahar Road. It touches the surface of Gulbahar Road. That's why I say the British Institute is on Gulbahar Road. You can use on for surfaces on the floor, on the table. My library is on the fifth floor. My class is on the second floor. Third one is public transport, on a train, on a bus, on an aeroplane. Now you all will be confused that in a taxi, in a car, we use in, but with train, bus, and aeroplane, we use on. So in a train and on a bus, on an aeroplane, you can stand up, you can move from one place to another place. So that's why when you can move in a public transport, so you will use on. But if you cannot move in a public transport, you will in. You will use in. You can use on with communication and media, on the TV, on the news. I watched that drama on the TV. The third is at. At can be used with addresses at the Red House at Peshawar. She is at a specific location. When you know about the specific location where someone is or something is, so you will use at. She's at the bus stop. He's at the museum. You can also use at with shops. At the coffee shop, she's at the bakery, and you use at with group activities. We are at the party, they are at the concert, and the last use of at is home, work, and study place. I am at home, she is at university, I am at work, you can say. There are multiple examples of preposition of time and places. In the morning, in the afternoon, in the summer, in 1980, in 1900s, on Monday, on Saturday, on a warm day, on a winter evening, at night at 6 p.m. You can use these examples to practice your preposition while making a sentences. Quick tip for student. Use in, on, at for both time and place, but meaning depend on context. Place in the room, on the table, at the door. Time in July, on Friday at 5 p.m. So this was all about my today's lecture. If you have any question, feel free to ask.
If anyone have any questions, so they can raise their hand. अगर किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन है तो वो हाथ उठाए और वो क्वेश्चन करे मैम से। आज का सेशन छोटा था आई थिंक, तो आप लोग क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं।
Feel free to use chat box. Please ask your question.
आई थिंक किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है। सो थैंक यू मैडम, आपने अपना कीमती टाइम दिया यहाँ पे, एंड थैंक यू फॉर योर टाइम एंड फॉर द सेशन। और इंशाल्लाह उम्मीद है कि आज के सेशन से और बेहतर सेशंस आगे होंगे इंशाल्लाह। एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच। हम सेशन एंड कर लेते हैं। आई थिंक किसी का कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं है। थैंक यू वेरी मच मैडम।
Thank you, madam.
You're welcome.
अल्लाह हाफिज़, अल्लाह हाफिज़।
Allah Hafiz.